Are you exercising and not getting any results? Or even worse, were you doing a program that you felt may have been somewhat productive and you injured yourself doing it? I want to tell you about this all-ages science-driven workout. This is high-intensity strength training. As explained in the book Body by Science, it is very common for people to not get results or to get injured with exercise. It's even worse in the older adult community with ineffective or unsafe forms of fitness everywhere. Two opposite sides of the spectrum. I've seen people recruiting 60-year-olds for parking lot workouts like boot camps, and even senior citizen CrossFit, jumping up and down and throwing weights around haphazardly and dangerously. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, it's even worse. It's something like Sit and Be Fit, where middle-aged, mistaken physiotherapists sell their pointless workouts to seniors whose bodies are actually deteriorating from the clinical disease of sarcopenia, which is the loss of muscle mass over time. We start losing a half a pound of muscle every year at age 27. At the age 55, we lose a whole pound of muscle by simply putting on muscle. The majority of the chronic ailments of our modern society could be drastically improved. And I'm talking with only 20 to 40 minutes of safe and productive strength training per week. I have 3 free PDFs where you can get started with this type of exercise at any age. The links down below are in the description box. Please take advantage of this and simply download these free resources. Please, if you're new to this book, Body by Science, let's say that you know absolutely nothing about it at all. Please watch the videos that are popping up in the corner up here that catch your attention, because I really want to help you get the most out of your workouts and really change your life for the better. We're facing a few challenges, and I want to get to those challenges here in this video as a modern society and people who do know about this workout who are trying to teach others about it. The first challenge we're facing in the realm of high-intensity strength training is that so few people actually know about the amazing benefits that they could be getting just by doing this workout. Exercise, real exercise of a demanding nature, reverses aging on a genetic level and releases these life-saving proteins in the bloodstream that are anti-inflammatory in nature. They naturally fight over 37 chronic ailments, just like putting on more muscle mass does. All of these things work together to change your life and improve your body as a system. The evidence is very, very clear that the more muscle mass you have on your body can and will save your life in an emergency event. So of course, this workout where we can naturally double someone's strength in 6 to 12 months is very important for us as we age. Here's the thing too, you don't have to live in a gym. You don't have to be a jock. You don't have to even enjoy exercise to get the incredible benefits of exercise. You just have to do it. You could be a complete geek like me or from any walk of life. Because of the challenging nature of this workout, it's mostly been administered in a private studio setting with a bill of maybe $400 to $800 a month tacked onto it. Now, there's a reason this type of training is so expensive, because this workout really does save lives. I want to give you all the information you need to start doing this workout on gym machines or in the comfort of your home with no weights. I have 3 free PDFs where you can get started with this type of exercise at any age. Now, I have had clients in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s that have done this workout, and it has helped them on every level. The links down below are in the description box. Please take advantage of this and simply download these free resources. Regardless of your age, this can help you get started. And look, my mission is to recruit as many people possible who want to live longer and are comfortable doing some sort of intense strength training. I've been getting to this part. Of course, this type of training is not easy. It's completely safe when you perform the exercises properly, but it's not easy. It's extremely challenging for most people who have never done some sort of strength training that's been demanding in nature. That's why I made videos like this one up above, how we're all really capable of a whole lot more than we think biologically. And how this workout, how getting to the moment of momentary muscular failure, it's an incredible metaphor for life in any circumstances, really. We are always stronger than we think. We can push through the next bottleneck to actualize our next step in this world or in our strength training. It's challenging for someone to understand momentary muscular failure. They have to be able to consistently reach this point when the body's muscles cannot produce force any longer. With gym machines, it's a whole lot easier to reach that moment, momentary muscular failure, because there is a weight resisting against our bodies. We're not responsible for all of that pressure. Say if we're doing a pull down on a table and pushing our elbows as deeply into that table as we can. We're working this, we're working our stomach, but we are responsible for all of that weight. When we're using gym machines, those weights push against us. So of course, it makes it easier for us to track how much intensity we're putting into it. It makes it easier for us to get to a higher intensity. Don't get me wrong, it becomes normal over time if you consistently keep that effort in your mind. I'm going to push to this higher amount of effort with every workout, eventually putting in 100% hopefully. And look, I'll be able to move my weights up today and I'll get stronger. When we do high intensity strength training at home, it's more mentally challenging and of course it's more willpower challenging. Think about the myriad of things that you have at home to do that you're competing with when you set out to do a workout at home. If you go to the gym, there's only one thing to do there, and that's workout. It's such a challenging workout and it's so obvious that the body is doing real work that pretty much every high-intensity studio in the entire world will offer you a one-on-one training session with a professional in their studio absolutely free. Well, I mean, this method, it just sells itself. A proper conversion rate for a first session should be something like 90% in selling someone on high-intensity strength training one-on-one package. That is, of course, if they're looking for a trainer. Some people aren't. And of course, if you're here right now, it's probably because you're on YouTube, because you're a do-it-yourself person. That's why I'm here. This week I added 7 more videos collectively to my high-intensity strength training courses for do-it-yourself high-intensity strength training in a gym or at home with no weights. You can read more at safefitnesstraining.com, and you can download my free resources, click on the links, and then read more about my courses as well. The second challenge that we have as trainers in high-intensity strength training is that a startling few people understand what real effort is. I mean, there are very few people who have truly experienced the moment of momentary muscular failure. But to back up just a little bit, understanding the scientific principles behind exercise is so important, and it's actually pretty simple. If a stimulus is not intense enough, it cannot provide an adaptive response biologically. Walking, jogging, doing anything that you could keep doing for an hour, that's not going to give your body the proper changes that you're looking for in return for your very little effort. After all, how could we think that we're getting more than what we put in? I want you to watch what happens as I get closer to the moment of momentary muscular failure. This is actually on the workout that I just did earlier today. I start to lose range of motion, but I'm still putting in maximum amount of effort at the end. This means still pushing or pulling until you cannot pull any further whatsoever. When I started doing this type of exercise and of course actually getting the perfect macros that my body needs, I started gaining muscle a whole lot faster. And that's the incredible thing about all of this. Every workout is a way to give ourselves the health benefits that only maximum effort can give. So many people say, you get what you put in. And it couldn't be more true, especially in exercise. But most of the time, people are twisting this with a little bit of mythology. People assume that you have to spend tons of time doing exercise, and they believe that that's what's important over anything else. Fortunately for all of us, they're wrong, especially if you train with enough effort. I had a comment by another high-intensity training professional a while back, another YouTuber, and we both agree. It is extremely difficult for beginners to discern if they're hitting momentary muscular failure or not. And that's just speaking generally. So it's true across the board. Without at least a few sessions of one-on-one high-intensity training, coaching, it can take some time and or some effort to dial in your intensity, to make sure you're giving 100% of every workout. If you haven't experienced a coach pushing you through this, of course, this can be helpful. In times when you are in a caloric deficit, of course, Hitting the moment of momentary muscular failure can be very challenging. And it builds something a bit more solid than just the wispy idea of character. It builds willpower. It builds the ability for your body to undergo more stress while operating smoothly. More than that, of course, strength training does make us live longer. The third challenge that we're facing as high-intensity strength training coaches is really getting through to people that slower movement of repetitions during exercise is absolutely the way to go for safety and for deep intensity of muscle stimulation. If you ask someone to do a dumbbell curl, they'll generally do something like this. They will do this and they'll swing their arms up with a bunch of momentum. They'll catch it up here where the weight is absolutely resting at this moment, and then they'll let it fall. Sometimes with very heavy weights, pulling on the connective tissue, just jerking it right off. You'll notice, of course, my speed when I'm doing these repetitions is very slow. 5 to 10 seconds is really ideal without resting between reps. And that truly allows the muscles the stimulus that they need if you follow this into deep momentary muscular failure. Learning this type of exercise is really valuable for everybody. But look, older individuals benefit from this so much faster and so much more, because if you've gone without strength training for a lifetime, you've lost so much functional ability at this point. Getting back on track can be very tricky. So look, if someone comes to one of us, a high-intensity strength training coach who hasn't ever done any type of challenging strength training, like I said before, we can easily double their strength in 6 to 12 months. The effects of this are absolutely incredible. Page 99 of the book Body by Science, Saving Lives with High-Intensity Strength Training. I wrote an article, I posted it down below. Check that out. If you can double your strength or double the strength of someone that you love who is in their 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s and is struggling with one of these chronic ailments that, again, exercise can help, over 37 chronic ailments, please send them my way and just have them do exercise. Whether it's by themselves with my vocal cues on my YouTube channel, of course, my paid courses, or my free PDFs, there is something for everybody. My goal is to help you or your loved ones live a longer life with the power of strength training. I want here to empower you to do high-intensity strength training for a lifetime so you can get the incredible benefits that I've been getting and my parents have been getting as well.